Hello and welcome to the Awesome 180 channel. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach, and today we have a very interesting topic. 5 habits to get you ahead of everybody else. Alright? Now, obviously, if you're wondering about good habits, well, the entire YouTube channel, my entire podcast is all about that. That's all I do. But here are 5 habits that puts you a little ahead of the crowd. And that's how I've curated them. And if you like content like this and you want to get ahead of everybody else, if you like these kinds of habits, please don't forget to hit subscribe and the little bell icon on the side so you know when future videos come out. So the first habit that I want to talk about is the habit of not taking yourself so seriously. You know, we are so conscious about ourselves now as a society. We take ourselves way too seriously. And this used to be a problem with me as well. I used to take myself so seriously that I never enjoyed life. I never allowed myself to shine through my wackiness, my craziness. I was always wondering what people will think. Am I being perfect? Are people going to make fun of me? And I realized that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because what people want is a genuine person to talk to. Right? So as soon as you start taking yourself too seriously, what happens is that you don't shine, right? You're constantly being evaluated and you put your values as that of society's values. So taking yourself too seriously is boring, it doesn't allow you to have fun, and it doesn't allow you to think out of the box. And if you're in a rat race and you need to get ahead of everybody else, you better be thinking out of the box. So don't take yourself too seriously, but take what you do seriously. And that is the second habit actually. Because if you take what you do very seriously, you will be putting in that effort. You'll be putting in that extra work. It is not something that just gets done. It is not okay. When you take charge of something, when you take pride in the work that you do, it shines through. So you might wonder, is habit number 2 at loggerheads with habit number 1? No, it's not. Because habit number 1 is all talking about taking yourself and your mindset and yourself as a person. Habit 2 is the work that you put out. I take all the stuff that I do very seriously, these videos, my podcasts, the app that we have, all of that very seriously. With my clients, I'm very serious. I might joke around, but at the end of the day, it's all about getting that value across. And if you are not adding that value because you're not taking the things that you do seriously, that is where the mistake takes place. You know, what we are doing right now is the exact opposite. We're taking ourselves too seriously and our work as frivolous. So turn that around and you will see you will be miles ahead of everybody else. The third habit that I want to talk about is that of sleep and waking up. You see, waking up early or sleeping late, depending on the kind of person that you are and your biology, are very important. Don't fall into that sleeping at the same time as everybody else routine, waking up as everybody else as a routine. Find time for yourself where you can be alone with solitude, where you're not distracted by your phone because people are not awake yet. While others are sleeping, you should be the most productive. So either you can be the most productive at night if that's what suits you when everybody else is sleeping, or the most productive in the morning because you wake up early and everybody else is still sleeping. So I'm the kind that wakes up at 5 o'clock, I start my work at 5:30, I finish most of what I'm doing by about 9 o'clock. So by 9, I am done with work and that gives me that sense of peace and calm, and I'm already way ahead of everybody else. I've finished my podcast, my writing, I finished my gym, my exercise, and all of that right off in the morning. So I don't have to play catch up through the day. You can do this at night as well. See, there is no shaming here saying that if you're not part of the 5 o'clock club, you are doing something wrong. That is not what I'm saying. Choose what suits you, works for you. But when everybody else is sleeping, you should be working. That is a very important habit. The fourth habit that will take you miles ahead of everybody else is focusing on your nutrition. Why? Because we don't realize this, but every time we eat something, it is either doing damage to us or doing something good to us. We obviously want that good, right? And the problem is that every time we have something that is unhealthy for us, like we binge ate a pizza and beers, that effect lasts in your body for up to 2 days. You will be feeling lethargic for 2 days. Now, if you want to get ahead of everybody else, if that is your goal, If it's not your goal, please eat the pizzas. No, there is no judgment here. But if you want to be better than everyone else, and I hope that's why you come to this channel, understand that those are 2 days that you wasted. Those are 2 days of potential energy that was wasted because now you are feeling lethargic because of that one meal. And I've been there. For me, it happened last week itself. I was with friends, we ate a lot, we had a lot to drink, and I was feeling so lethargic for the next 2 days. So it's not that I don't do it. Once in a while, of course, because, well, don't take yourself too seriously. Remember point number 1? But the important thing is that if it happens very often, you're just in a cycle of feeling lethargic, to the next day of feeling lethargic, to the next day of feeling lethargic, and that goes on. An entire week goes by, the week turns to months, and that's how, unfortunately, your entire life forms. So take care of the nutrition. On this channel itself, we have so many nutrition tips on how to bring your energy up. Just start focusing on that and you'll see a dramatic change in your productivity and your output. And the last habit is actually, well, about productivity. You see, if you want to get ahead of everybody else, there is one habit that you have to do. Because 75% of everybody else doesn't do that. And you know what that one thing is? It is scheduling your time. If I was walking down the road, taking bundles of money and just throwing it in the air as I walked, you would either think, wow, that guy is super rich, or you'd feel like, what an idiot, like what's wrong with him? But we don't realize that just like money is a resource, time is a resource. And every time we're wasting time, it's like us walking down the street, throwing it in the air, throwing it away, and people looking at us and saying, what an idiot. So if you start thinking about yourself like that, if you think about your time that you're spending as finite, as something that's a resource that is probably never going to come back again, you will start taking it more seriously. And the best way of doing this is something called scheduling. Schedule your day. And this one habit, I guarantee, will change your life. All right? All you have to do is think about 4 areas of your life to focus on. The first one is self-development. The second one is family time. The third one is work. And the fourth one is rest. Okay? Notice I even put rest down as scheduling. If you can schedule your day into these 4 things, personal development, family time, work, and rest, you are sorted, because that itself will put you ahead of everyone else. So every night, create your schedule. What will you do when you wake up? What will you do next? What will you do next? What will you do next? Break it up into those chunks and then track it. You guys know that I have a new app that has come out called the Awesome 180 app. It's there on the Google App Store, and hopefully by the time this video comes out, it's there on the iOS store as well for Apple users. Please download it, use it, track your habits. That one thing will completely change the way that you approach your life and the way that your life develops. So here are my 5 top habits for being ahead of everybody else. Tell me which of these resonated the most with you in the comments below. Tell me, actually I have a 6th habit that will be really good for you to add here, Ashtin, and tell me about it, because I would love to have that conversation with you as well. And ultimately, if you want to get ahead, if you want to focus on your life, remember, awesome lives, they start with just awesome habits.